So we're not going to watch Cardi's Rolling Loud because I don't know why people ask me to react to like songs that are out. We'll listen to the new song, don't get me wrong, but like, you saw the performance, why do you want me to see it? Like, I saw it. Although there was an emergency last night, and after I saw some of the clips and how crazy everybody was going for the new song that Cardi previewed, I was like, yo, Cardi, like, no question, better than Travis Scott. I don't care how much Travis Scott slaps Kylie Jenner's butt cheeks while he's performing. Cardi absolutely goes crazy. His fans were blowing fire. I don't even know what type of powder this was. I hope it was cocaine, bruh. For like in the middle of the mosh pit. Look at this clip. Like, what are people doing, man?
Oh my God! No! Holy shit! What the fuck?
Like, what is this? This reminds me of when we were doing the King Vamp tour and the fans were literally doing exorcisms, slicing open their stomach and pulling out their intestines and giving it to their girl as an engagement ring, just wrapping it around her finger. This is similar to that. But so what somebody was telling me, and this could just be a rumor, so people actually thought someone passed away in the crowd, similar to the Astrofest situation. So thank God nothing actually happened, not only for Cardi's reputation, because you know that ain't been going good lately, although I don't really think people care about the domestic violence issues as much as they should probably. But then also no one got hurt. So thank God. Cardi came back, started performing. Everything was good. So I think, from what I heard, as I was saying before, that this is why everybody was pushing back, because there was literal fire in the crowd. Like, no shit, everybody stopped. Like, it's like, oh no, I don't want to. Burning alive, I can't even imagine what that would feel like. Like, you imagine a sunburn times 1,000,000, bro. You melting at that point. And at a Cardi concert, I actually think that maybe his fans would want that. If they're to go out one way, it would be that. But as I was saying, Cardi previewed new music. We got to check it out. Among other details that we've learned, it's been all Cardi for the past 16 hours. So much news. Filthy is executive producing. He said, someone asked, please tell me you the executive producer for the new Cardi album, please. We got some more information from Swamp Izzo, which is the person who said Cardi's album is done, although it doesn't seem like it, because Filthy then also said that they just recorded that song before they performed. Let me find that for y'all. Right here. Made that song right before the show too. Opium Baby said, Filthy said 5-minute cook up challenge. So isn't that song, if you thought it wasn't mixed or whatever, because some people I saw were not liking it. Although I think that what's happening is that Cardi is getting so much hype that now it might be a little bit cool to hate on it because you're different. It's okay. But also it is very polarizing, the sound. He's going like hardcore, like metal, rap, rock almost. So of course not everybody's going to be messing with that type of sound. But let's check out the music. And Destroy Lonely and Ken Carson, superstars. Look at them go. It's crazy to see the crowds going crazy for them. So happy for them. It brings me tears of joy. It's like when Yeet was outselling Don Toliver. I'm like, yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. Right, here it is. Get ready for the greatness. I did not listen to this full thing because I wanted to react with y'all. You see how literally no one is jumping around because everybody's trying to screen record for the views for the Vine. Look how many phones that is. Wait, who is that? What Cardi was wearing last night? Or is that a different dude? Oh, no, that's Mitch Mose, right? Some bald dude. I don't know. I don't know Cardi's camp like that. I thought that was a mask, bro. Bro, I just got goosebumps. I'm just in awe. Like, it's hard to get hyped through a screen, but he literally got some crazy ass Kiss / like punk, like when punk rock and all those face paint bands when they were performing and they did crazy things, like girls were cutting their tongues. They had the little twin snake type action. I need to experience that once in my life, by the way. But he's doing things that are so different than everybody else. Like, he's not just a rager. Like, every rapper tries to be hype at their concerts, but this is so different. Like, no one can replicate this. That's why it's crazy. But yeah, I couldn't even hear the song, so I'm not gonna say like it's crazy. It got me hyped though. I couldn't really tell what the verse was because it was getting muffled by the recording. But if I heard it in real life, I'm sure it would have been crazy. But I think that so as we were talking about, someone in the chat said that Destroy Lonely's new sound might be, and I said this a long time ago too, because Ken Carson was a similar sound to Whole Lotta Red with the rage stuff. However, I also thought after that maybe he would go in the Destroy Lonely lane with like the ambient 808s. But after this, I definitely think that he's going the rock route, because this is like heavy metal guitars with trap drums probably. I can't really hear anything, but I assume. And so that's what I would expect for the next project. But then Swamp Izzo came out. Pause. Someone DM'd him and gave us some more info. So let's see what he said. How long y'all been working on this? Like, whose idea was it to even start this album? Because this is the guy that said Cardi's album is done. His schedule, my schedule, crazy. A few months now. I've always been a fan of him, and he's always rocking my mixtapes, blah, blah, blah. Was he inspired by Lil Wayne and then called you up and said, let's do a collab album? No. I got over 400 mixtapes in the streets. So what mixtape inspired Cardi to reach out? He doesn't know. Okay. You think it's going to sound like this, which is Lil Wayne's somewhat rock album when he had Prom Queen with Rebirth, or more like Whole Lotta Red? No. No to this is the Day One fans. Okay, so Cardi might be working on some old sound, like 2015 through 2018, like pre-self-titled To Die Lit is what people are thinking. Cash Cardi, or even Sir Cartier, maybe. I don't know, because Sir Cartier kind of sound like the more Chief Keef lane, like slower bars. This does that song that he previewed though does not sound like that. But who knows? Cardi could come out with anything. But I'm telling you, I could not expect anything from this project other than the hardcore hype rock star music. Like the modern day rock, because I don't think it's gonna be a true rock, but it's gonna have the trap drums, just because that you gotta cater to today's music, but also bring something fresh and new. You can't just like do something completely left field, or else, you know, they're gonna call you Kid Cudi for doing that Acid album. But anyway, going back to that, yes, okay. Who knows what Swamp Izzo knows though? I know, you know, they had a picture together and all, but they could just be trying to misdirect us. Cardi could be telling him like, yo, say this, or maybe Cardi's working on a tape with him, but a bunch of big artists, they work on multiple projects at the same time. I think Trippie said he works on like 3 to 5 at a time. So who knows? Maybe this is a different one and it'll never drop. Oh, damn, because the Rolling Loud snippet sounds like basically, I don't know why they're being so specific. I'm sure Swamp Izzo has no idea what he's talking about with Narcissist, but like the rock, nothing like his old 2015 to 2018 music. Wait till you hear this. We'll make sure that, make sure that Rockstar song makes the album. He's a super performer, so Rockstar is definitely that high energy, shake the world vibe. It will be on it. Okay. I don't know about that, but if Cardi and Filthy like the song enough to perform it, then it could be on the project. Next. Let's see. Y'all thinking any features to put on the Cardi album, or is it like 25 solo Cardi songs like Whole Lotta Red? Maybe remixes. The originals are so crazy. Remixes. Ooh, or maybe like using samples. If they did remixes, like that's just giving someone else a bag that I think Cardi doesn't really need to do. Yeah, Cardi got away with taking features off Whole Lotta Red. He didn't need them. The fans been waiting. It's time to give them something, blah, blah, blah. Okay. More info. This one coming for sure. Did he give any other info? Okay, so they asked if the album is called Narcissism Music. He said he got a few names, nothing in stone. I get back from overseas. Name in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks we get the Cardi album name. Is the release date 6/16/2023? Bro, that's so far away. No, before. Okay, so the summer solstice is June 21st. That's when summer starts. So that means Cardi's dropping in the spring. But if you recall, they also said in 2021 on that magazine that the Whole Lotta Red Deluxe would drop in the spring. So I don't know, man. This could just be hella lies. I would not believe any of it. Just take it with a grain of salt. I personally don't believe a word about the 2 weeks or it's going to be Cash Cardi. I think Cardi's going to continue with this rock star music because why would he revert back to something that's more easily replicatable? Like we have back when Cardi was still in the Cash Cardi stuff like Die Lit and Self-Titled. People started hopping on the Pierre Bourne type beats on YouTube. There's a bunch of producers that were influenced to make similar beats. And then we have clones. I'm not going to name them, but y'all know who they are. And so they got their own fan base strictly off of that sound. So I don't think that he's going to revert back from the rock star sound. Do I believe the release date? Did they say the release date? Hold up. Is it in like a new one? It will be worth the wait. How many songs? 25. Is it mostly Wake Up Filthy production? He's executive producing. Yes, he was in the session with me. If it's Filthy, I'm telling you. Filthy is more on this rock metal type instruments with trap beats, trap drums. So I highly doubt it's going to be old Cardi, Cash Cardi. Am I wrong here? I was just on it. Do I believe the release date? He said no before June. Yeah, I mean, actually, no. I don't believe any release dates at this point. We've already been through it with, like, I'm not calling him Ronnie Lee because he is way more credible. Ronnie Lee was just a hairstylist, but I don't even think Cardi knows when he's dropping, bro. Apparently, he was supposed to drop, like late last year, near New Year's, right? And then after Christmas, and then he got arrested. So, like, you never know what's going to happen to this guy. We almost had a emergency situation with Rolling Loud yesterday. But anyway, I think we got more information too. Let me find it. The Flames, Filthy. Here's more about the sound. No. Cardi Stop Whole Lotta Red vibe was a mad thing, but please go and don't stick to the same producer's sound. Not trying to hear another Whole Lotta Red type album. You have no idea what you about to hear. True. We don't. But when you play new music before performing, that's almost like a promotional mechanism of like, hey, we are making music like this for the album. Because I feel like Cardi planned all of this and everything that just happened, even the Destroy Lonely and Ken Carson, that was more for their own promotion, performing at Rolling Loud. And like, since Cardi was there, he got them on high up on the lineup, although they deserve it, but it does help their career. But they perform that song to feed the fans a new music, you know? Why doesn't Drake make rock songs or tap into different genres apart from R&B? Bro, he just made a house album. What are you talking about? And then everyone was shitting on it, including myself. So, I mean, it still sold 300K. So, like, what am I to say anything? Like, I love Drake personally, and he's a billionaire, so I can't really do anything. Oh, and by the way, I just want to say, when I was saying Cardi was the best performer, no question, and everybody was getting on my ass, and then we found out, nope, because they were saying like, yo, somebody passed away, somebody got trampled, and then like 10 minutes later, we find out nobody got trampled, and everyone's like, delete the tweet, this is not the time, you're a lamey, and I'm like, bro, how was y'all think I'm in the paramedics like carrying the bodies out of the crowd? I didn't. And then the same people who were getting on my ass were tweeting 10 minutes later being like, Cardi's, he's an immaculate performer. And I'm like, what did I do that was so different? But yeah, again, I'm not trusting anything that happened. I wouldn't do that if I was y'all either. Just let it come. Pause. Let it come. We got Destroy Lonely coming April. We're in the beginning of March, so we might get 2 weeks. I personally think we're not getting the Cardi album until after Destroy Lonely drops. And not that I really think that this is going to happen because, you know, Cardi never given his artist features. But if I were him, he's at a, not that he is peaking like in the entirety of his career, but he is at the highest has ever been at. So why not cash in a little bit of that clout with your artists, and on your next project, whatever it happens to be, Destroy Lonely drops in April. Ken already has a decent discography out already, whereas Destroy Lonely only got No Stylist really and Broken Hearts. But that was pre-studio. So if Destroy Lonely gets another project out, then get Destroy Lonely, similar to the Travis Scott method with Don Toliver, put Lone and Ken on the project, blow them up even more than they already are, even though he doesn't really have to do that, but still. Just saying, man. That would be the easiest way. So logically, I don't think Cardi's dropping until after Destroy Lonely. It would make only sense. It would only make sense. Who do I think dropping first, Uzi or Cardi? It's also a good question. I don't know. Uzi been mad quiet, y'all. At least coming when it comes to the project. I feel like Uzi just silently been running up them streams, running up them M's, because look at this. We posted this a couple days ago, but what's it called? Just Wanna Rock is already 2x platinum. So he's running up the millions of dollars just off a couple songs, meanwhile not even having to do anything. So he might just continue doing this little TikTok strategy, busting out singles, laying down them bricks, the foundation for the project, and then drop it after the commotion is over with Cardi. Because right now, I'm sorry, but if Uzi and Cardi drop, yes, Uzi's getting more numbers because he's more mainstream. But I don't know, like the people, the enthusiasts in music, in this scene, they're caring about the Cardi project. I don't think Uzi want to mess with Cardi project right now. Uzi chilling though. I love Uzi. He been quiet because he's cooking for Pink Tape. That could be true. But at the same time, even if we get like a lick of info for Pink Tape, no hate, but I don't think it's the same hype around it. As opposed to today and yesterday, we've been getting like Swamp Izzo DMs and blah, blah, blah. Like, people go crazy for that info, including myself. I'm like, oh, wait, because you don't know what's going on with Cardi's album. I don't really know what's going on with Pink Tape either, but I just feel like people care less. But he don't gotta drop. He already has a huge discography, whereas Cardi, like, he's still building up 4 projects. Uzi dropping 4 projects in 18 months. And getting the same amount of streams too. Red and White EP too. Yeah, so Uzi already held off the fans with the songs they wanted, including some of the newer songs. Although I haven't really revisited that project a lot. I'll be real with you. Although I'm very biased in that sense because I don't really listen to music. Like I'll listen to the music for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month when it drops, and then I move on to the next one because it's my job to like continue to be up to date with everything. So I don't really have time to go to old stuff unless I shuffle it in my Spotify likes. So I don't like that, but this is the way it is, man. I'm a grown man losing time here.